We welcome you, everyone, those of you who are watching UCTV and this program where we learn many things in the Catechism of the Catholic Church. You see, we are now focusing on our Lord Jesus Christ, and today, in a special way, we delve into the triumph. Jesus rose again from the dead and ascended into heaven. The resurrection and ascension of Jesus is the definitive victory over sin and death and the foundation of Christian hope. And this day celebrates the triumph of Christ when he rose from the dead. Remember, Jesus suffered, died, and today we talk about his resurrection that we find in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, numbers 638 to 658, and then 659 to 667. There we find the Ascension, and then 668 to 672 we find Jesus' return in glory. Let's talk about the reality of the resurrection now. The resurrection is a historical event and a transcendent reality. It is a reality that we read about in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, number 639. It's the crowning truth of our faith in Jesus Christ, as the Catechism says in numbers 638. We have knowledge about, dear friends, knowledge about the empty tomb and the appearances of the risen Christ in the Bible. Jesus rose and appeared first to Mary Magdalene and then to the apostles like John, Peter, and those two apostles on the road to Emmaus. We have the knowledge about this truth. What does the resurrection mean? The resurrection confirms Jesus' divinity. It fulfills the Old Testament, especially the prophecies. And it is the promise, it's the promise of our own future resurrection. We have hope that we shall also rise. We shall rise. Yes, Jesus says that I will raise him up at the last day. We need to have faith and hope in the resurrection. It is the beginning of the new creation. And lastly, let's talk about the ascension. The ascension is Jesus' definitive entry into heavenly glory. Jesus ascended into heaven and is seated at the right hand of the Father. Christ remains present with us in the church. Yes, he ascended, but he remains here in the church with us, with you, with me. He remains here, and we see him especially in the sacrament of the Eucharist. We find this in the Catechism, number 669. Jesus promised to return. We should have the hope of the second coming of Christ in glory. We know his first coming that we talked about when he was born. That is what we celebrate on Christmas Day. His first coming. The incarnation when he was conceived and was born on the Christmas Day. That is the first coming. And now there is the second coming that he promises, to return and judge the living and the dead. But that is, his coming will be a time of ultimate justice and fulfillment. He will return to judge, to do justice and fulfillment. If we have the hope of the resurrection, then, my dear friends, we shall have the strength to face our daily challenges. We need to remember that our Lord Jesus Christ, yes, ascended to heaven, but he never left us completely. He is with us, and he promises to return to judge the living and the dead. Let us always be ready to meet him. I thank you for listening. We shall come back next week with another topic. May God bless everyone.